Hey, good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? So this little video clip is really try to give you guys a kind of an insight what's going on in our faith-based mental health and veteran organizations forum on veteran suicide prevention and post-vention. Basically, this thing's evolved as people who were with me from the beginning seen it evolve. When initially I just wanted a conversation between the three silos between the faith-based community, the mental health, and the veteran community. And I definitely wanted faith-based to be part of the conversation. Too often we want to leave faith out of it, even though it's it's one of the protective factors when it comes to suicide. So with this event here, I really originally just wanted a conversation between three elements. But as time went on, and I saw that first of all, a lot of suicides going on as we was getting it together. We need to act now. And I thought I would take the opportunity to bring all these organizations together, since they're going to be here anyway, and create a working group. So basically, this is how it's going to go. In the morning, we have about a 30-minute, 45-minute networking. So get there early and network with people who are there. If you're bringing a table, we recommend a donation, but anything, get early and get you set up because we want to try to start this. Time is not our friend, and we got to treat it as an enemy, and so we got to stay on at all times. So get there early, right around 8 o'clock, 8 to 8:45 will be the good setup time for your booth. You have booth out there. I'll then begin it. I'll open it up and welcoming. For some of you guys don't know, Congressman Charlie Crist has is going to grace our event, and then we're going to also have the county commissioner Dave Edgar is going to be there from Pinellas. He's going to be there, so we'll have them say a couple words. Their presence is very important because we got to get the entire community involved, and they are the community leaders. So we do the introduction. We have them say something, and the first step we're going to talk about is the post-vention side. So I'm going to have two of my people from my program, post-vention side, Murtis Landers and Carol Razor Cordero, will actually be providing a post-vention side to kind of give you the reason why we're there. Too often we keep start off with prevention and not talk about what happens when you don't do prevention good or you just neglect prevention. So they'll talk and give their side of the story. Then we'll have the first panel will be the faith-based panel, and we'll give them about 45 minutes. And for the sake of time, the organizations that are there, you won't be stand up and give your pitch because we really need to be sensitive to people's time and effort. So the moderator will actually talk about what you guys do. That's why it's important you guys submit your picture and your mission statement of your organization, because one of the things that's most important in this event is that everybody kind of knows what we're doing when it comes to suicide prevention in our community. And this is more of a regional effort because it's going to involve Pinellas and it's going to involve Hillsborough County, people who are involved in providing veteran mental health prevention and suicide prevention, post-vention, intervention. This is a unique opportunity too because we have VAs from both VAs. The Bay Pines VA will be there with the suicide prevention coordinator, as well as their chief of chaplains, Chaplain McLaren, and Patricia Frederick's going to be there for the suicide prevention for Bay Pines. And then from the Tampa VA, we have Christine Java, who's a mental health counselor over at the James Haley, and we have a Nancy Ruggio, who is part of the suicide prevention team. So I'm excited about that, having both parties there to kind of tell what they do and try to do in the outreach when it comes to suicide prevention. We'll also have element from the Vet Center, and we very rarely hear much about Vet Center, but the Vet Center is very critical when it comes to outreach and providing our veterans and their family service, because the Vet Centers actually provide services to families. The only barrier is that you have to be combat related. So we're having those guys. We're having the chaplain from both MacDill Air Force Base and the chaplain from the U.S. Coast Guard St. Pete's chaplain. So they'll be providing some kind of insight what's going on in the military active duty side, and also what do they need help from the community, because one of the most important reasons why I'm providing this venue and the event is for us to identify our strengths and weaknesses, and so that the community can cover down and fill those gaps. So if something that the VA can't do, or even our counselors, whatever can do, the community can fill the gap, and that's where the faith-based organizations really come in handy, because they are part of the community and they can provide those gaps that we may be lacking. So we have all these. We have a lot of veteran organizations going to be out there. We're going to have Action Jackson Foundation is going to be out there. Their founders going to be out there. The SOF mission is going to be out there with Damian Friedman, and they've been supporting great support from those guys as well. We have the some Veteran Treatment Court. One of the guys from Veteran Treatment is going to be out there. We got some Special Street. We have some canines that are going to be there from both the Southeastern guide dogs will be out there, and then we also have the Canine for Christ going to be out there. So those are very special because we believe that when it comes to suicide prevention, intervention, and postvention, it's a holistic approach, and the canines have a very key place when it comes to that as well. So we'll have all these guys coming out here and women coming out here. So the first panel will be the faith-based. The second panel will be the mental health, and the third panel will be the veteran organizations. Moderators, we have all-star moderators. We have, for the faith-based, we got Linda Pugsley, who's a Air Force Vietnam veteran, started her career as a nurse, came back, resigned, and became a chaplain ordained, and have provided ministries for a lot of organizations. She's very well known in the Hillsborough area and other places as well, providing her expertise. She'll be moderating on that piece. Then for the mental health, we have Dr. Carlos Garcia, Marine. He's a board director for Veterans Council of Veterans. He's also what I call a Suncoast clinical director down here. He'll be moderating for the mental health piece. Then for the veteran organization, we have retired Chief Master Sergeant Roderick Cunningham. Guy's very experienced, very well connected from the St. Pete area. He made up the E9, which is like less than 1% of people who join the military actually make up the E9. He made up the E9. He has several books that talk about trauma that are and workbooks, and so he's very well known, very well skilled, and so he'll be moderating for the veteran organizations piece. Now, so the first hour and a half will be spent on just us getting to know who's out there, and then when we finish that panel, this is a working lunch because time is our enemy. We're going to have about 6 tables of working group. We're out there to work, so we're going to try to have elements of each element: the faith-based, mental health, and the veteran community on each table, and we're going to look at trying to find ways, identify strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, SWOT, that we use in the military, and identify a plan from each table how they can create a community organized, integrated plan for what our event is. After that, we'll go out to each table and they'll select a spokesperson, and they will then give up their pitch. At the end of this, we're going to have people who are willing to be part of the coalition, because that's what we're here for. We want to leave there with a coalition of core people. This, ladies and gentlemen, is not a destination, but it is a journey. We're going to continue to do things. We'll come out of this coalition, and we'll help complement each other. We'll help if you're faith-based or a counselor who have very little military experience, and you can rely on the military experience in the coalition. If you need a faith-based person to help you out with your client or family, that's going to be there. So it's going to be a coalition. We have to decide what we're going to call a coalition. And we're going to start doing work. We're going to start holding workshops. We're going to start engaging, outreach for the whole community, and having all kinds of stuff going on as we finish. So right after we finish that date on 18th of May, we're going to quickly start have a 2 to 3 weeks out. We're going to have another meeting with the core people who want to be part of this coalition. We'll start planning out for the rest of 2019 and then 2020. And then we'll hopefully get some people advocating out there for us. So we'll have to be each other's advocate. So again, the working group will have that. So what that means is that I know originally we said 1 o'clock on the flyers, but it may stretch out to 2 o'clock because we want to train the standard, not the time, of all the military know what that's all about. So I've talked enough. Try to give you insight, kind of what we're going to be doing. Get there early if you have a table, whatever, to network. We're going to have a continental breakfast, or I don't know if breakfast is the right kind of way, but we're going to have continental food, which are, the typical coffee, bagel or something like that, and some fruits and stuff like that. So that's going to be for the continental. And then at lunchtime, we're going to have carry out. We're going to have, lunches there, but it's going to be an eating, because again, being sensitive to time, we're going to be eating and doing work and getting things done. So this is not an information event. This is a getting to work event, and we want to show the nation, at least show Florida, what it needs to be involved in veteran suicide prevention, postvention, and intervention. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. You guys can email. We got right now we're organizing the volunteers. Stacy Ward is going to be the volunteer coordinator for your event. So everybody's going to volunteer. Contact her. The MC for the event, Master Ceremony, is going to be Brittany Hundley. She has a lot of experience in that. Please give her support when she does this. It's going to take a lot of support from us to make sure everything goes well. We always expect people to have problems when we get there, so we got to make sure we have patience and pray on it so we can get these problems working through. The part of volunteer we're going to need is going to have a registration. We're going to have greeters. We're going to have people out to help people get into the facility. So we're going to have all that going on. We're looking at facilitators at each table to make sure that we don't want to have one person, one organization dominate. That doesn't work. So we're going to have a facilitator go around, make sure we stay to the task and don't lose time. And if we have to get an issue, we can park it. Because we want to get this thing done. We want to get something done that's meaningful and substantial, not just spend all the time on something that really can't affect and the event. So that's it in a rundown. I'm still here now doing a lot of things, trying to get things coordinated. So let you guys know I'm in Jersey right now. I'm poodle sitting because we're in Jersey getting some stuff done with our house in New Jersey. So our dog's up here with us, so we're watching the dog. So my wife and I play tag team. So now she's going to be in Orlando this weekend for Mother's Day, and I'll be at my house taking care of my poodles. And then she'll come replace me, and I'll come out there. I'll be briefing the South Tampa Chamber of Commerce on the 14th. It's gonna be really in and out. I'm gonna get there on Tuesday, say my stuff, and get the heck back out and come back here and take care of my poodle. And then after that, I'll be out there either on the 16th or 17th of May and just hit the ground running. Thank you for everybody who's going to be there and volunteer. I really appreciate it. This cannot be done without you guys. And I think this was a special, an exciting occasion that we can actually be doing something substantial when it comes to suicide prevention and postvention. And I can't wait to see you guys out there. So, all right, talk to you guys later on. Tony out.